Some of them are sexy, some of them are really sexy, and then some of them are just fun and kooky, and then some of them are terrifying. Hi, I'm Tim Chappel, and I'm the costume designer for The Masked Singer. We're so lucky to be able to be doing a second season of Masked Singer. Of course, it's always going to be bigger and better. I mean, it's literally bigger. The costumes are twice the size. We're using a lot of really new technologies. There's a lot of 3D printing, 3D laser cutting of foam, EVA foam. So just everything is super modern and super light. When you're designing characters and you have them on the page and then you go through the process of making them, you never really know what you're going to end up with. So many things can change on that journey. Each of these costumes, from start to finish, would take between 200 and 400 hours each. It's a lot of people, it's a lot of effort. And what's wonderful is that at the end of the day, you have something beautiful to look at, and it's so satisfying. The most important part of designing the costumes is making sure that we have something up there that appeals to everybody. We're pulling things from anime, gaming, even old school stuff. Like there's some influences from Fantasia. There's a bit of Jessica Rabbit, but she's not a rabbit. Some of them are sexy, some of them are really sexy. And then some of them are just fun and kooky, and then some of them are terrifying. It's the ones that combine that all together that are my favorite. Goldfish is probably one of my favorites. She is a real old school 40s sexy lady. Her costume is so soft and so floaty, and with the slightest movement, the whole thing spins and wraps around her, and it's really gorgeous. We'd started building the Queen, and the face wasn't quite what I was looking for, and Michelle was there to meet the performer. Michelle Barr is our performance producer. And I turned to her and I was like, it's you should be our Queen. And she is, literally. We had her face scanned, and she is the face of the Queen. It is the biggest costume I have ever made. She's immense. Bushranger's a fun one. Bushranger's based on Ned Kelly, and we literally colour mapped Ned Kelly's armour and did the whole thing in Swarovskis. There's like $2,500 worth of Swarovskis on that costume. Candy Kitten is made from a hammock and about 350 metres of organza that has been rag knotted onto the hammock. Wizard's an amazing one. He has glowing eyes, and we can change the colour of his eyes depending on the song. And he's a kind of forest wizard that's obviously been asleep under a tree because he's got toadstools all growing in his hair. And he actually has a couple of little friends that live in his beard as well, but you have to really look close to see them. Dragonfly is the hottie. She's our hottie with the long legs, and she's very sexy. The decorations for Dragonfly are based on Aztec and Mayan designs. Like the Dragonfly wings are panelled to look like stained glass, but I was looking at Dragonfly wings and I was like, oh, actually they look quite Aztec. And I found some reference material of Aztec gods, and that's what I based the head on. Puppet was a fascinating journey. A lot of people were nervous because it was such a dark character. So I put him in this bright sky blue window pane suit and a bright bow tie. But the funny thing is that the more festive he looked, the more scary he kind of became. Like a clown, I guess. The puppet, his eyes go left and right, he can blink, and he has a whole range of expressions because his eyebrows can be rotated individually. Like, he's going to become the thing of people's nightmares. Frill-necked lizard has this giant frill that is motorized, and it goes up, and it has LEDs in it, and has millions and millions of different configurations of lights and patterns that it can do. Sloth is sweet as. She's a sweet character, considering that if you've ever seen a sloth, they're actually quite foul. Do you know that they have algae that grow in their fur? Yeah, that's why they're green. But we decided to do her turquoise because it's like green, but prettier. Designing for the Masked Singer is a dream job, and it is the most unique job I have ever had. To get to create and invent these wonderful creatures is a wonderful experience. It's magical, and also it's really expanding my knowledge of what's possible.